Just whenever you're ready.
Right. Shall I go?
Hello, my name is Mateusz and I am a fourth-year product design student at Edinburgh Napier University. When it comes to applying to product design within Napier, you would need to submit a portfolio. And what it is, it's just a simple document that showcases to the lecturers within Napier your skills and abilities, and from that you'll be able to see how amazing you are. So when it comes to the things that you need to include in your portfolio, there's a list of small things that you do actually need to put in there. They are sent out to the applicants to the course, so you will have a full accurate list of that when you apply. Off the top of my head, the things that you need to include are some examples of 2D drawings. So that could be anything from either CAD drawings or just simple 2D sketches of objects. You'd need to include some 3D sketches, so that'd be your orthographic or perspective drawings of different things like cameras or hair dryers or whatever. Then you also need to include some examples of 3D modeling. So that could range from physical models like cardboard or to more digital things like 3D renders, the things that you've done in Autodesk Inventor or Fusion or whatever other 3D software you use in your school. And another thing that you do need to include in portfolio for when you apply to this course is your design heroes, so to speak. Anything that inspires you, any designer that inspires you through the work, or anything that sparks your interest, we ask for you to put that into the portfolio as well. And that's just to get an idea of your personality. So some advice on making a portfolio, where to start. Okay, so number one, look for inspiration elsewhere. No one will be perfect with their first portfolio, but what you can do is you can look online for inspiration, and that can range from YouTube videos on how to create a portfolio, or you can look up online, so you can Google product design portfolio. You can go on Pinterest, or my personal favorite is Behance. On Behance, you'll be able to find a wide selection of product design portfolios and everything to take inspiration from.
Make sure the images are high res and not pixelated. Check your spelling, but also think about kind of the layout and how you're kind of telling that story of kind of sequential imagery and how it's kind of structured. You know, it might be worth, before you do your portfolio, before you start designing it, you know, get a big sheet of paper and do a flat plan of, you know, all the pages. So you're almost like storyboarding your entire portfolio, and you've got like an overview of the entire thing, basically. That's what I would do.
So one piece of advice would be to take your portfolio as a story. It's like a little character going through your portfolio and visiting your portfolio, basically.
Being able to have a conversation about your work, showing your process and not just the final outcome.
Where did you fail? I think failure is a really important thing that I think not enough students talk about. Like, I love seeing when students are really passionate about the failures and how they learned from that failure. And then also you know, how you've kind of developed that and turned it into your kind of final artifact.
Right, so the number one thing that I personally enjoy looking for in people's portfolio, and I take this from my program leader, Richard, is the quirky stuff. It's the crazy things. Because you need to understand your high school projects. Yes, they're great, they're fantastic, they show off your work, but everyone who applies will probably have this as well. Whereas anything quirky that you do outside of your high school, any weird interests that you have, so you might sketch it up, those are the cool things. Anything that you make up that is absolutely absurd is a gold mine, and you should 100% put it in, as that's the thing we look for.
What's the first thing you notice about a great portfolio?
The cover.
Composition.
When I can see that person in the portfolio, I don't mean literally, but I mean like you see their kind of passion spilling onto the page.
So composition, in simple terms, it's the layout of your portfolio. You don't want to make your portfolio overcrowded. You want to make your portfolio nice to look at.
For contextual applicants, we offer just a little bit of extra support with your portfolio. You can check our website to see if you would be considered a contextual applicant. If you are a contextual applicant, then instead of just being requested to submit a portfolio, we'll get in touch with you and we'll offer you short portfolio support sessions over the course of the 3-week period before you submit it.
It's an online session where we walk you through what a portfolio is, and how to create the best portfolio you can. We also go through your own personal portfolios and give you some feedback on how to improve on it to get it the best that you can possibly make it. Besides it being a document to showcase your work, it is also your work. You need to put some love into it. You need to make sure it's the best you can.
So enjoy yourself, show yourself off at your best.
We look forward to seeing all your portfolios.